Hello Pisces, Pisces rising, and of course all of you Piscean moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting January 27th, 2020. I don't know why there was a pause there. Anyway, if you want to get a session with me, remember you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. I do not do sessions by email or through Facebook posts or hunt people down through YouTube comments. I just want to let people know that ahead of time, because it's that time of year. I guess a lot of folks have been coming in and asking, I want a reading, where do I get a reading? You just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links below. So what is going on when it comes to your astrology over the course of this coming week? Well, on Monday, we've actually got Venus, planet of love, harmony, and affection, in your sign, forming a tight conjunction with Neptune in your sign. Neptune is your ruler. Neptune is the planet of illusions, dreams, wish fulfillment, transmutation, as well as spiritual depths and creativity and inspiration. When we have Venus and Neptune come together, it's a blissful energy, but not necessarily like a trippy bliss. It's not the kind of bliss that makes things unproductive, but it's a loving bliss. It's an inspiring bliss. And this kind of energy is actually helping you to create almost an entire new world for yourself to play in. With Venus conjunct Neptune, in a lot of cases, we are the recipient of news of gifts and opportunities and potentials to be included in new adventures, new stories, and yes, even new love stories, whether they're with existing partners or maybe if you're looking for somebody new, it could be somebody new. Because with Venus in your sign, you are attracting all of that affectionate attention and all of that social attention to yourself. And with Neptune, we're doing it in a way where it's almost like your uniqueness, your weirdness, how you stand out, not how much you fit in, is actually working to your greatest advantage. Now, for those of you Pisces people who may have been trying to blend in just to, again, maybe take advantage of some advantages there, right? Some corporate cultures, some social cultures, some group dynamics tend to favor people who want to all try to be the best specimen of the same thing. Well, that's not how your sign works. That's not how Neptune works, especially when Venus is nearby. You're going to be finding that actually setting yourself apart or being set apart is making you more available to this. Monday overnight to Tuesday, keep yourself available because there's going to be a huge opportunity to shift your trajectory in either love, in finance, or even in your spiritual progress and spiritual growth if you're willing to step outside of the mold that you have been trying to build your base in. When we get to Tuesday overnight to Wednesday, we have Mars, planet of action, passion, energy, and sometimes conflict in a square with Neptune actually in your sign. And there seems to be some friction going on when it comes to your 10th house of career, how you make your mark on the world and upward mobility, and Neptune, the planet of wish fulfillment. And this could actually indicate some challenges coming up when it comes to either a teammate, a mentor, maybe even a boss or authority figure when it comes to either your work or career, how you make your mark on the world, again, or your upward mobility, your social status, however this person is going to be showing up, or this entity will be showing up in your life. With Mars square to Neptune, in a lot of cases, it has to do with a fear or perhaps even a feeling of being threatened by a shift that they cannot seem to make happen, and they are trying really hard to force you to make it happen, even though it's not necessarily your job, your position, and nor is it actually something that you might want to do. I'm actually seeing that you're seeing from this authority figure or from this collaborator, this partner, whoever, that they are trying to get you to do something that goes either against your own sensibilities or perhaps actually defeats the purpose of doing this job this way in the first place. With Mars square to Neptune, sometimes we meet a mentor or we really get to know somebody that we admire and we find out that they're nothing all that special, or that we just have to recognize that they too have flaws and they're on their own journey. And this can even be somebody close, people that we look up to among friends and family, and we may have a clash with them. because Neptune, while being the planet of illusions and dreams, can also be the revealer of lies. And sometimes we have to find out that a person is not the teacher, the mentor, or the way, or maybe they're not showing us the right way to get to our goals or our biggest desires and our highest trajectories. It's okay with all of the gifts coming through, an adequate substitute, or maybe, again, the better alternative will present itself soon. But we have to also take a look and see at what we may have held up on a pedestal that should not be there anymore. So, before I get on to the cards, I want to remind everyone who's asking about what horoscopes I should be looking at, or where do I find a certain video, or what about all these reverse cards, or what about my numbers, or what? Check the links in the down bar below. Believe me, I have answers to all of those questions in video form. I'm really dedicated to trying to get beyond scratching the surface. I mean, heck, I always tell people doing horoscopes is just pretty much the safe front for all the spiritual stuff that I actually do. And when you look at these, you're also going to see not only what the answers to your questions are, but how to actually get the most out of readings that you're getting from all horoscopes that you might be looking at, how you can apply that to other astrologers, or how you might want to look at that when it comes to doing your own tarot readings, or when you see certain numbers in certain places, or even go beyond into some of the deeper content that I've created. But those answers to those questions are there. The other reason I want to say that is because it's very difficult for me to get through and answer every question and every post and all of that all the time, because I'm actually a one-man show at the time of recording this video. I don't have a crew. I don't have editors. I don't have posters. I don't have social media managers or anything along those lines. It's me and the cats. So, maybe down the road that'll change, but I'm sorry if I can't answer those questions all the time every day. But I did answer them in video once upon a time, and if you want to follow the links, you'll find them. Also, Patreon people, your monthly horoscopes for February are up. You can check them out after this video as well. So what is going on when it comes to your cards? Well, your spiritual themes this week circulate all around the Strength card in reverse, bringing things into proper harmony and a proper balance. And a lot of times with the Strength card in reverse, there is something that is going unrecognized. There is something that is not getting the proper tender care or attention or maybe discipline that it needs from us in our life. And usually this is something coming from within ourselves, an appetite that we are binging on or depriving ourselves of, something that we have accidentally slipped too far away from balance of, maybe even with the best of intentions in the very beginning. Now, of course, when we say appetites, it's not just talking about food and sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but we could also be talking about social activity. We could be talking about your spiritual life. We could be talking about, yes, of course, exercise. We could be talking about the time you spend simply being. But with the Strength card reversed, what often happens is sometimes things get obsessive, or perhaps, again, they are taken away. We start to see a decline in our performance due to a lack of involvement or a lack of that spiritual or creative nutrition or literal nutrition if we've cut something out of our diet or something like that. And the Strength card reversed is talking about bringing things back to a true state of holism. And you'll be noticing that in other people as well. A true state of holism is not just spending equal amounts of time, as I said to the Aquarian people. It's not about spending equal amounts of time on two extremes. It's not about just, okay, I spent 10 minutes on this side, pendulum over here, 10 minutes over here. This is not holism. So it's about understanding that you need the balance and completion of all things. And finding a way to work that into your life is exactly what you need to be doing. Now, of course, respect yourself. If there are certain things that you don't do because you don't feel that they're applicable to your journey, then you don't do them. I don't drink. I don't do a lot of things. I'm actually kind of not very entertaining in that way. But with the Strength card reversed, what you might want to think about is where might you be cutting back too much on things that are perfectly okay for you in your journey and where you are and where you stand in your journey. Where might we be needing to lighten it up a little bit and reincorporate? And the same thing can go with even social interactions and your spiritual practice again as well. Because the influx this week, well, we've got the Nine of Wands upright. And with the Nine of Wands upright, there is an opportunity for you to try again something that may have actually left you feeling doubtful. Maybe not necessarily cynical or jaded or broken, but doubtful or disappointed. Something that you don't necessarily have a lot of faith in. That could actually turn out quite good for you. Because with the Nine of Wands, we are talking about something where we may have actually attempted to see it through, try it out, make it happen, and it never got there. We may have gotten hurt in the process, we may have had a loss in the process, we may have felt that it was a waste of time, or that it took us down a road that didn't really seem like it was going to get us to our end goal. Well, the influx of the Nine of Wands upright is indicating we might actually be in a better position now to navigate and handle that better, to contribute more of our own, to make sure that we're not letting ourselves get kind of hijacked or blown around by whatever this is. This could be a job opportunity. This could actually be a love opportunity. This could be an opportunity for travel. But the Nine of Wands can sometimes indicate a stimulus that would make us put our guard up. We think we know there is everything to know about what's coming at us because it's so familiar to what happened in the past. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to turn out the same way. Not unless, of course, you decided to sleepwalk and copy and paste every decision you made the first time, which I don't recommend doing, by the way. This is an opportunity to actually complete and succeed and triumph, where before it felt like we actually had a loss or a defeat. Now this does look like something that you might want to actually have a good look over with and a think over with, because with the Nine of Wands reversed, it could just as easily have been an Icarus moment in the past, but now you have real wings. When it comes to the outflux, what's going away, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And good. Because the Knight of Pentacles reversed is a drudge. In a lot of cases with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, there's nothing but a grind for the grind's sake. There's nothing but just doing the same thing day in and day out. And this is where that energy is going away. We're seeing less encouragement and validation and affirmation for that lifestyle for you. And there's an opportunity for you to be able to actually step into a place where, again, your own unique touch, your own unique expression, Neptune, conjunct Venus, is actually attracting more opportunity for you to excel and grow and climb whatever ladder you must climb. The Knight of Pentacles reverse can also indicate people who've been unavailable in your life suddenly becoming more available, because that energy of the drudge is also taken away. That energy of the workaholic is taken away from your life this week. Be prepared for a lot of people to be lightening the hell up. Now coming down here to the bottom row, when we talk about your mundane concerns, material concerns, external concerns, as well as relationship concerns. For your material concerns, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. And it does feel like there is going to be something put on the table that you should grasp, that on the surface actually feels like a disappointment or a step backwards. And I want you Pisces people to understand that the Ace of Cups reversed is an opportunity to negotiate, to patch things up, or to reconcile with that which we honestly don't feel is a good fit or a good match for us. In a lot of cases, the Ace of Cups reversed will show up when we have a chance to turn a situation that's undesirable around, or maybe even get somebody to reconsider something they're putting on the table when it comes to a financial or maybe a professional situation. However, remember the rule of the Nine of Wands upright. Do not be afraid to do that. Okay, do not be jaded or skeptical about it. Sure, it may not look all that attractive in the beginning, or it may even seem like a disappointment, whatever is put on the table. But with the Ace of Cups reversed, especially with this example I like, the stars go all the way around the cup, which means that it can rotate. We can rotate all of this to work in our favor, but you have to be open and honest in your communications with whatever this negotiation or discussion is. This is something that's giving you a chance to have exactly what you want, how you want it, but they may not get it right the first time. Luckily, with the Ace of Cups reversed, there's always a chance to help correct. Moving on to your external, when it comes to other people in your life, friends and relatives, well, you have the Fool card in reverse. And the Fool card in reverse, to be perfectly honest, a lot of you Piscean people may be actually seeing a reflection of the Nine of Wands upright in its lower polarity, We see a situation where a person is actually being overly jaded, skeptical, defended, possibly even a little bit paranoid. Somebody's overly suspicious of everything to the point where it almost excuses them for stagnating or paralyzing in their own development. And I'm looking at the Fool card reversed and I see, yeah, that might just be exactly what's going on with this friend or this relative. However, with the Fool card reversed, it's important to also understand that this situation does not have to be this way. You don't have to sit down and actually listen or believe whatever this dissuasion is. In a lot of cases with the Fool card reversed, it could even be a lot of naysayers, a lot of pessimists around us, and it's okay to keep a realistic attitude, absolutely. But also at the same time with the Fool card reversed, it seems to be leaning in the direction of the absurd. I want you to take a good hard look at exactly who you're dealing with when they talk about being so careful, so smart, because it's the fruits of their labor that will tell you exactly how much it got them in the first place and how far it really got them in their own journey to this point. Look at it with neutrality and non-judgment, but don't ignore what you see. When it comes to your relationships with love and romance, we actually have the Ace of Pentacles upright, a beautiful new beginning being offered to you, whether you're single or you're attached. In fact, with the Ace of Pentacles upright, there's a chance that a lot of you who are single and looking may be actually finding love through a profession that you currently or used to work, or quite possibly through a passion project that you have, or somebody who has a passion for the same type of work, field, career, creative, or even spiritual pursuits. Because in a lot of cases, the Ace of Pentacles promises a new solid opportunity rooted in a mutual passion or maybe even obsession. And what I like about this is that this actually creates a different way to start a relationship off. It's an opportunity to connect and then have the infatuation, the attraction, and all of the lovey-dovey stuff kind of come on afterwards. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Ace of Pentacles upright is indicating that a partner, or possibly even a partner, one of our children, is going to be coming into a very good way when it comes to a financial opportunity or a material opportunity that also brings some ease, some love, and a sense of prosperity and comfort into the home. You and a partner may also find that there is a new type of adventure or excursion to go on, that it could actually increase your material wealth or possibly give both of you the chance to live a career or an adventure that you've not had the chance to see or experience fully. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.